Welcome to my home training center. I'm really excited with this opportunity to teach you. This is going to be a coaches clinic where I have coaches here. We also have some athletes here learning on, and they'll serve as demonstrators. For you guys at home, this is designed for coaches, parents, kids, for everybody. But today is a small coaches clinic. We're having a get together at my home training center. Our first topic is going to be on top. We're going to get hammering on top. We're going to spread it out. We're going to start with breakdowns, because I think it's one of the most neglected areas. Too many kids just stop on the whistle and hold instead of getting pressure forward and breaking guys down. So I'm going to show you some of my favorite breakdowns. I'm going to go from there into a variety of tilts. We're going to talk about pinning combinations, work hard on finishing the pin combinations, and I'm also going to tie in some freestyle into this segment, because if you can get good at freestyle and be aggressive on top, you can carry it over to folk style a lot, and they complement each other. Too many athletes and coaches fear that they're separate, but it's just the contrary. Our great folk style wrestlers, the kids that are excelling at the high school state tournament, the kids that are excelling at the NCAA level, those kids are year-round wrestlers. They're doing freestyle, and they're carrying those freestyle skills back in their folk style. All right, so with that being said, I need to get a partner. Let's Shane come on here. Shane traveled all the way from Long Island, New York to Central Pennsylvania. This must be a culture shock for you, Shane. He came to my camp yesterday. We got him to stick around. You're down on the hands and knees there. Breakdown position. All right, let's talk about the most basic chop breakdown. You got to line up. The lineup's so important. This foot should be here. Too many wrestlers start with their foot here or their knee down. It's critical you start here, drive off the instep of your foot, so when you come forward, you knee them in the butt. So you folks at home see this position here because you want to drive. What's the key to bottom? The key to bottom is pressure back. The key to top, pressure forward. Jam with your knee, pressure forward, here. All right. Instead of taking him straight on, take him at an angle. You heard the door open as some folks came into the home training center a couple minutes ago. There's a door right over there. I'm going to take him with that 45-degree angle right up to that door. Drive forward, knee in the butt, pressure forward here. Now, from this position, you got lots of options. You go to tight waist tilt. You go to cross wrist tilt. You can just keep the pressure on them and work for a half on the other side, younger wrestlers particularly. So lots of good options. But the whole goal in the first place is to crush pressure forward. I see too much of this on chop. Fall on the hip. No good. I see too much of this. Guys on both knees, no pressure forward. Or even this. How can you get pressure forward when you're already too high? So you got to find that half medium here, and just here. Boom, boom, boom. And this knee catches the butt. Boom, boom. Driving forward, running up there. So that chop breakdown is critical position. So that's the #1 breakdown in wrestling. That's the way to do it properly. In addition to driving that way, you're driving his hips to the side. Driving forward, driving the hips to the side, going into your technique. Now, Shane keeps a good base, don't let me chop him. He doesn't let me chop him down. The next thing I'll go into off is a spiral right here, where you jam in the armpit, right there, so go this way, back up a little bit. Armpit and thigh, right there, armpit and thigh. Too many guys spiral and they're just here loose. You really want to jam up in the armpit. Now there's variations too, but this is a good jamming spiral here. Here. I've got a good drill. I'm going to tie right in here. I'm going to listen a little bit. Let's go with Nick and Buck out here. Shane, you slide to the side. Hurry up. Buck, you're on top. Nick, you're down. Nick, keep a good strong base. Buck, float drill. Float drill, side to side. Armpit, jam. Jam more pressure forward with your toes. Jam them harder. Boom. Good job. Break them down. Good. And you can use that. That's a good combination. You can use the chop breakdown, or you use the spiral breakdown. This time, stick with the spiral breakdown. Float, float, spiral. Nice. There you go. And you got lots of options on the spiral. That float drill is really good. It's good for the bottom guy, just simply to keep a good, strong base and work on his muscle and posture, because too many kids collapse too easily. But it's most important for the top guy. Switch it around. Let's see if there's any variation. Here, go. Good. Try the thigh harder. Break him down. Good spiral breakdown. So that's the float spiral drill. So far we've done 2 moves. We've done the chop breakdown, we've done the spiral breakdown, we've done the float drill. And the float drill ties into both those. You can float and go into a chop, or you can float and go into a spiral. They tie in together really well. You guys can slide out of the way. Shane, come back out. I like the float a lot because if you get under a guy's arm, there's so many options. I'll use my float just to put the legs in. Like on the whistle, I can get the leg in really quick. Jeff Prescott, one of my teammates at Penn State,